Koravangala is a village situated in the Hassan district of Karnataka, around 12 kilometers from Hassan city. It has three temples of Hoysala period. The largest one, Bucheshwara, is in a good state. The other two, Nageswara and Govideswara, built before Bucheshwara, are in a stage of advanced ruins. In this video, we will be looking at the architecture of Bucheshwara Temple of Koravangala. Before we proceed, if you are someone who enjoys content about temples and historical places of interest, do consider subscribing to this channel. Let us start by examining the history of this temple. According to an inscription stone now preserved in the temple premises, it was built by Buchiraja, which is the colloquial name for Bhutanatha Raja. He was a Brahmin officer in the Hoysala army and his family had been in the royal service of King Narasimha I. Bhutanatha was the youngest brother in the family, and this family had already built other temples in the village. He constructed this temple in 1173 AD to commemorate the coronation of Veera Ballala II, who became the king after rebelling against his father Narasimha. This is the floor plan of the temple. It is an Ekakuta temple facing east. The main shrine is on the west. The sanctum in the west has Shivalinga. It is connected by a Sukhanasi to the Navaranga, which opens to a Mantapa. The Mantapa has an indented square design and has two lateral openings, in the north and south. In front it opens to another small shrine for Surya. In the same premises, on the northeast corner, there is a small shrine for Bhairava. The external walls have a basement of 5 cornices. Above this is a row of sculpted figures. These figures are under turreted canopies that have either 1 or 2 pilasters, or they are under vertical scroll bands. These sculptures are around 15 to 18 inches long. Above this there is a row of eaves, and above it is a parapet. The parapet in its first row has sculpted lions, Sala group, Makara faces, and various scenes of the court. The second row of the parapet has Kirtimukas and Toranas with images of Yakshas, Bhairavas and Mohinis contained in them. On the north, the parapet has an image of Uma Maheshwara. And in the south, there is an image of Yoga Narasimha. The tower or shikara is made up of 4 tiers of turrets. On the south, there is a panel with Shiva. On the north, there is a panel showing Indra on Airavata. On the west, there is a panel showing Surya. On the eastern projection of the tower, there is the Hoysala crest, and the east face has Tandaveshwara. The Mantapa basement has an ornate base with several cornices with attached turrets housing yakshas. One of the cornices has a creeper scroll. Above them is a row of turreted 8-pointed star-shaped pilasters with lions above and sculpted images, musicians, dancers, ladies, gods and goddesses in the interspaces. The slanted railings have no sculptures. This is the southern entrance of the Mantapa. It has soapstone elephants, Dwarapalas and Chamaradharanis on both sides. The northern door of the Mantapa has similar designs on the exterior, but it has lost its elephants. It is now kept closed. Let us enter the Mantapa from the south. Inside, the Mantapa has 9 squares or ankanas. There are 3 varieties of late-turned pillars. The ceilings have deep domes with designs. This is the door to the small Surya shrine. The Dwarapalas have lotuses, mace, bow, arrow, gourd, and musala. Inside, the shrine has a 6 feet image of Surya. It stands on a pedestal with Aruna and his 7 horses. Surya is holding Padma in his 2 hands. On one side is Chaya shooting arrows, and on the Torana are 12 seated Adityas. This is the entrance to the Navaranga of the main shrine. This entrance is guarded by Shaiva Dwarapalas. There is Gajalashmi on the lintel. The Navaranga is a hall of 20 into 20 feet with 4 central pillars. The central dome has Ashtatikpalakas. The Navaranga leads into a sanctum via Sukhanasi. In the sanctum, there is a 3 feet height, flat-headed Shivalinga. The Shivalinga is also known as Bucheshwara. In the northeastern corner of the temple premises, there is a soapstone shrine for Bhairava. The Bhairava idol inside is 5.5 feet tall, holding sword, trident, drum, a bowl with a head, and the feet treading on a beheaded victim. There are attendant goblins, and a dog is licking blood from the severed head. Let us now look at the various sculptures around the external wall of the temple. Hope you enjoyed this video on the Bucheshwara Temple of Koravangala. Subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon if you are interested in following more such videos on Hoysala temples.